If you love music, then do more than just listen. Connor's Music.
All right, we are live from Connor's Music. Hi, Tracy. How you doing? Watching on YouTube. Dan, watching on Facebook. How's it going, everyone? You know what I noticed right away is that the ring light is really exaggerating my sunglasses sort of anti-tan, my raccoon eyes. That really comes out quite effectively in the ring light there. So tonight's going to be a B-stock kind of night. It's going to be a B-stock show featuring B-stock and used acoustic guitars. I'm not saying it's going to be a bad show. It's going to be economically priced. Yeah, Dan agrees. It does show. Yeah, it's like it's pretty wild. Maybe I should just grab my sunglasses and throw them on for the whole show. I'll do a song like that. That way, if I clip like a song, it'll be like, ooh, he was really digging the rock and roll vibes there. Yeah, it's been really busy, and which is a happy situation, obviously. So tonight's show, I flew in here. Basically, I'll put it that way. So much so that I went to plug in this brand new arrived today Epiphone B-stock Humminbird, which I'm going to show you shortly. And realized Epiphone, I think it's a safety thing and probably an economy thing. And I knew that's awesome that you came up with that comment there. Do you wear sunglasses at night? I wear my sunglasses at night so I can. That's perfect. So they don't ship them with their 9-volt batteries in it. And because this is a B-stock, there's going to be something about the guitar that is flawed in some way. And that means we get to offer it at a way better price, which I'll tell you about later on in the show as well. Ooh, Fortunate Son. I'm glad I'm getting suggestions here because I did not prepare any songs today. And so that's going to be helpful. So first of all, who's the artist of Sunglasses at Night? It's Corey Hart, right? Corey Hart. So if I type in Hart, do I get it? I've got like a little database here I go from. So we got Closer to the Heart, The Heart of the Matter. Oh, that's a good one too. Heart, Crazy on You. So now we got the band. You'll Be in My Heart. Put a Little Love in Your Heart. Piece of My Heart. Man, heart is a well-used word. Corey Hart. But I think Hart, he spells it differently, doesn't it? It's H-A-R-T. But I don't have it in the database. Okay. But do I have Fortunate Son is the next question. Fortunate Son. I do. I do indeed. Okay. So let me do a tune. If you hear any rattling around here, that's because we put the battery in and it's on a, here's the cable here, you can see it. And now you've got a little glimpse of the Humminbird, the cherry finish here. And so normally that will attach in, there's a little fabric pouch that the 9-volt sits into. Every guitar is different. If they're active pickup, they're going to have a battery of some sort or a preamp of some sort. And most stock guitars come with, if they come with an active pickup, it's going to be a 9-volt battery. Sometimes it's a hard battery clip. Sometimes it's on the preamp. Sometimes a separate battery clip down here. But in this case, it's like a little fabric box that it just ties in. So the cool thing is, there's nothing on the side of the guitar. Like I get to see the mahogany and everything. The drawback, of course, if you needed to change your battery in a hurry, then you have to loosen the strings off to get in there comfortably. Unless you just leave it dangling and you can see the cable there, which is not ideal because it's going to bounce around a little bit. So if you hear that, just ignore it and just write it off as it's a B-stock kind of night. So, all right, let's add a little reverb and do Fortunate Son for you. Then I'll tell you about the rest of my rig and tell you about the other guitars here. Okay, here we go. That might be a bit much. Check, 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 check. There we go. Some folks are born to wave the flag. Oh, they're red, white, and blue, yeah. When the band plays Hail to the Chief, oh, they point the cannon at you, yo. It ain't me, it ain't me. I ain't no senator's son, yo. It ain't me, it ain't me. I ain't no fortunate one. No, I didn't warm up for this. Thank you, Dan. And thanks for seconding the motion there, Tracy. Some folks are born silver spoon in hand. Lord, don't they help themselves, yeah. But when the tax man comes to the door, Lord, the house like a rummage sale, yeah. It ain't me, it ain't me. I ain't no millionaire's son, yo. It ain't me, it ain't me. I ain't no fortunate one. Some folks inherit the star-spangled eyes, or they send you down to the wall, yo. And when they ask you how much should we give, they only answer more, more, more. It ain't me, it ain't me. I ain't no military son. It ain't me, it ain't me. I ain't no fortunate one. Let's go high again. It ain't me, it ain't me. I ain't no military son, no. It ain't me, it ain't me. I ain't no fortunate one, no. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we had a little Fortunate Son, and I forgot how high that one was, but we pulled it off, I think. And, you know, if you get to use your lower octave a little bit once in a while, that's not so bad. And thank you, Dan. I appreciate that. The thumbs up and applause. Tough song to start with. Exactly, Tracy. Let's get a little water. And yeah, I was, well, Tracy dropped by the shop here, so she knows I was just having dinner. And so just eat. I had a pop, which is like the wrong choice. So all you young vocalists out there, sugar, things like creamy stuff like milk and stuff like that, avoid that. Just drink water. Stay super hydrated. Don't do what I do. Do as I say, not as I do. I'm drinking water now, so it's not so bad. Anyways, okay, so Dan said cheap sunglasses by ZZ Top, which I actually don't know well enough to pull off on the fly here. I'm trying to think if I could pull off a similar song though. Yeah, just like I'll jam a little bit of this here, and then I'll tell you about my setup. Black tie, I don't know why they come on fast as they can. No, I don't know. Cause every girl plays about a sharp as man. Gold watch, diamond ring, I ain't missing out a single thing. And cufflinks, stick pin. When I'll step out, I'm gonna do you in. They're gonna move as fast as they can. Cause every girl crazy about a sharp dressed man. All right, well, there you go. Oh, I love this. So it is a request format. That's how I've gotten around a lack of preparation. And Behind Blue Eyes by The Who is definitely going to be the next tune. Thank you, Tracy, for that. So before we get to that, though, I will tell you guys a little bit about the guitar and the setup we got going on here. No one knows what it's like. Okay, there we go. Nice. I love that. When I was, I've been teaching now since I was a teenager when I started teaching at Connor's Music, just beginner piano students. So into the later 90s, I had a student, or maybe early 2000s, ask if they could learn Behind Blue Eyes. I was like, yes, of course. I love that song. It's got so much in it. Absolutely. What a great tune. And they're like, by Limp Bizkit. And I was like, what? Anyways, so it turned out Limp Bizkit did a, formidable cover. Definitely not in the arguments of, was it better than the original? Maybe we could start some confrontation here in the chat, whether you're on YouTube. Twitter is the best place for it, obviously, for confrontation, or on Facebook. But you could say which songs you think were better covered than the original. But definitely, I think it's not even a discussion that the original The Who rendition of their Behind Blue Eyes is far superior to that of Limp Bizkit's. All right, so I'll watch the chat for that, and we can see how that goes. And I'm happy to weigh in with my strong opinions on this. So guitar-wise, this is a B stock. Not really so much because of the battery thing that I was talking about, because that can get, just put in. So that's no big deal. This one, the description says, due to finish cracks on the top. And I'm hoping I can show this off. I'm going to move the mic back here and bring the guitar right up to the camera. Okay, like it looks mint from what I see, but it's actually not. Hold on. I told you it was going to be a B stock kind of night. As I'm moving the mic around to show you the guitar, it started to slip off the stand here. Not the mic, the stand actually. It's a boom arm that I've been using for mucho time. There we go. It was like coming off the shelf. So anyways, we're back, clipped on and ready to rock. Okay. So my rig today, I'm still using the Presonus Revelator as my interface. That's where I get the reverb from and the 2-channel controls for the guitar. I've got it directly plugged in. I've mentioned the pickup. And today's microphone is the Shure. This is my personal mic. This is the one I gig with, a Shure Beta 58. So I find I can hear it. The presence is right there compared to other mics that I use. So this is my favorite dynamic mic that I've ever used on stage. So, and we have it in stock here at Connor's Music. All right. So then the guitar, I tried to show you the finish cracks. If you came in person, you would see in the gloss part of the finish, there's like almost like what's that term when you like faux something, folk art, I think, where they make it like look crackly. So the finish, the clear finish, has a bit of a crackle in it, and the description, the official description is looks rad and plays okay. So that's good news, right? And I'm proven that the guitar plays no problem. There's no issues with it that way, and it sounds great. And you know, if you're using it on a live stream, apparently you won't even see the finish cracks. So, and I promise, if you come in to purchase this guitar, we'll put the battery right in the pocket for you. So, all right. So without further ado, let's do this next request. Again, I'm going to throw this up. Tracy, thank you so much for this. And let's add the reverb and do this. Need reverb for the Who.
No one knows what it's like to be the bad man, to be the sad man behind blue eyes. No one knows what it's like to be hated, to be faded, telling only lies. But my dreams, they aren't as empty as my conscience seems to be. I have hours only lonely. My love is vengeance that's never free. No one knows what it's like to feel these feelings like I do, and I blame you. No one bites back as hard on their anger. None of my pain and woe can show through. But my dreams, they are as empty as my conscience seems to be. I have hours only lonely. My love is vengeance that's never free. When my fist clenches, crack it open before I use it to lose my cool. When I smile, tell me some bad news, or I laugh and act like a fool. And if I swallow anything evil, put your fingers down my throat. And if I shiver, please play me a blanket, keep me warm and let me wear your coat. No one knows what it's like to be the bad man, to be the sad man behind blue eyes.
Thank you, Tracy, for that request. And I even saw this comment pop in mid-song. Thank you for that. I appreciate that a lot. It's and a follow-up. Love it. Thank you. It's interesting. I'll share a little personal experience with the Connors Brothers, the band. Over the past weekend, we had a couple of gigs, and they both went great, and they were lovely. The first one, we were more part of the ambience of an event, and the energy was like chill, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It depends on the event, what role you play. And then we played Canada Day in the Pioneer Village, and there was a ton of people there, and you could see they were getting into it. People were dancing, and our energy just gets fueled by it. And when I first started doing the live stream, I thought I wouldn't have that experience, the synergy part of it. And then I realized, like when people are commenting or coming up with cool ideas, look at the ring light there, coming up with ideas or putting in comments, it does fire you up, almost like not quite the same as being on stage, but you get like a taste of that same kind of feeling. So that's my little anecdote about the synergy between performer and audience. And thank you guys so much for being so awesome. All right. Okay. Dan, thank you for that as well. I knew I would land somewhere. I was confident I would land somewhere between The Who and Limp Bizkit. So I'm glad it's better than Limp Bizkit. I really appreciate that. Okay. And so Danielle said, we'd love to hear Hasn't Hit Me Yet by Blue Rodeo. And it's funny because I talked about that chill gig. There was like a little moment of energy at the end of the night, and they did actually request Blue Rodeo. And I don't know if I know Hasn't Hit Me Yet. I gotta see. Let me see if I can see it here. Sometimes you look at it, you're like, is the melody gonna come to me here? I don't know if all right, let's see what happens here. I'm gonna get some water. I'm gonna retune because I kind of got going on this Humminbird a little heavy for that Who request. So it needs a retune. Like I said, fresh out of the box. I tuned it up today. And it's just been just arrived. On the note of just arrived while I'm tuning, actually, if I was really smart, I would do this. I'm going to mute the guitar. So you'll probably hear it come through the Shure Beta because it's such a present mic, but there it's not quite as loud. So behind me, you're going to see a couple of spruce top acoustics. These came in this evening as trade-ins, so they're not quite ready for the floor yet, but they're going to be out soon. So you'll see those on our website, and you'll see them in the showroom hopefully by tomorrow, because we've got a few hangers to fill. So I wanted to mention that used guitars come in. We tend to do like a sort of a cap is a loose rule, but the guideline is no more than 2 items. So don't bring a van load of stuff and then hopefully come away with a high-end guitar here or whatever, right? But maybe 2 items against something in stock is what we often do. And for trade-ins, we look at what we think we can resell them for at a reasonable price, and then we give you 70% of that gets applied pre-tax. So, if you're at that point where you're like, oh, I've got a nice guitar, but I want to move up to a Humminbird. I got to show you. I haven't even shown you the Humminbird part of the Humminbird. Look at that. There you go. I tried to show you the finish flaws, but I didn't show you the Humminbird. So there she is. So that's what's going on behind me. There is a couple of used acoustics so come in, look for, sometimes you get like an entry-level guitar that's a really good price. And then we set them up, we restring them, and we warranty them if they're used or B stock as well. So, you're still making a safe purchase. So please, if you have any questions about that, please throw it in the comments. And because remember, the music shop pays for this free live stream to come to you. So let's make sure we talk a little biz while we're here. But yeah, if you have any questions about trade-ins or B stock, and a lot of people don't know what B stock refers to. So we've talked about it now. Some sort of flaw, in this case, just a finished flaw. And you should be able to get a description, whether you're buying at Connor's Music or any other retailer. If you're getting a deal because it's B stock, you should be able to get the reason why it's a B stock. So you don't find you got a full lemon. You just want something with some character. Again, I wish I could show it to you, but these finish cracks are not showing up on the camera at all. All right, so this might be a little bit of hasn't hit me yet, and if it doesn't fly really well, Danielle, then I'll switch over to another Blue Rodeo song that I know better.
You say that you're leaving. Well, that comes as no surprise. Still, it kinda likes this feeling of being left behind. This ain't nothing new to me. Well, it's just like going home. It's kind of like these sunsets that leave you feeling so slow. Hey, I guess it hasn't hit me yet. Fell through this crack and I kinda lost my head. I stand transfixed before this street light, watching the snow fall on this cold December night. I never thought this could happen, but somehow the feeling's gone. Got sick of these patterns, and I got lost in this song. Hey, I guess it hasn't hit me yet. I fell through this crack and I kinda lost my head. I stand transfixed before this street light, watching the snow fall on this cold December night. I missed an E minor and C there. Oh, here it is. Is that harmonica solo? Do it in your head, okay? Hey, I can see it hasn't hit me yet. I fell through this crack and I kinda lost my head. I stand transfixed before this street light, watching the snow fall on this cold December night. And out in the middle of Lake Ontario, same snow is falling, same snow is falling, diving inside water. The great deep wonder into the ways of my heart, into the waves of my heart.
I am glad to hear this because as I was doing it, I was like, you know what? This song kind of needed harmony. Like it was okay, right? But the harmony is one of the magical parts of the song. So I'm glad to hear at least over with Danielle that there was harmony going on, and I hope other people were jumping in with some harmony as well. Finger red number one finger. Okay, you got to explain that to me. I don't know. Is that another song? Repeat finger red. Are those repeat signs on the other side? I'm not catching it, Tracy. You got to help me out. And Dan says, great job. Thanks, Dan. And howdy, welcome. You sent me a message to see if we were going live, and then you tune in right at the end there, Lash. Emoji didn't work. Oh, I see. Okay, that's fun. I think YouTube is a little tricky with the emojis. So there you go. So, but I think you get like a slightly better quality feed, maybe. So for those of you that are throwing it up on a screen or whatever, I would recommend YouTube. And of course, finding it afterwards. If you like, you have somebody, you're like, oh, the live stream. Did you see it? They're like, oh, I missed it. Say, go to Connor's Music YouTube channel. It's nice and easy to find them all. They get saved in the live video section. Whereas scrolling back through the Connor's Music Facebook feed may not be easy, especially like we had music in the streets. So there was absolutely tons of content going up on our Facebook, and so not easy to find it there. Twitter, we don't put as much up there, so it's not too hard to find there. But I think again, the best quality finding the replay, the rerun, watch it on the rerun, is on YouTube. Oh, there you go. Lash says, me and Ma Lady says hi. Thanks, guys, so much for tuning in. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for the interactiveness. Please do yourself a favor and drop by and check out either a nice spruce top used guitar. We have a used Fender that came in today and a used Segovia. Pricing will come out tomorrow. The B-stock Epiphone Humminbird. If this is the studio model, so if it were brand new, no finish cracks, then it would be $599. But this one, because of the B-stock, is on for $499. So $100 off for finish cracks you can't even see on a live stream. So there you go. Again, thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks again for the support, Dan, all the positive comments, the positive vibes coming from your way to my way definitely fueled tonight's show. Maybe it was an A-stock show after all. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in, and have a great night. And thanks, Tracy, there. Have a good night, everyone. Stay well.